Okay, I have removed all the oil lines. If you recall, I was going to leave the oil line in the nut because it was actually hole drilled and fed into the nut itself. So I took it off of the proportioning valve and left it connected to the nut, which turned out not to be a problem because the nut literally just, that slot there where my thumb's at, and there's the oil line just going right in there, and then on this side there's a little screw clamp. So that slot there in the bottom of the nut, right there where my thumb's hiding, okay, that literally just rests right on here. Now there's two holes here that have oil in them. I got plugs in them, so as to keep anything from getting down in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull off, let's call it the valve, the feeder. The ones that I've taken off on, I took these off on the table here, one in front, one in back, and cleaned them out. And this contraption here, this screws in that threaded hole there by the right there, not here, but here. That threads in underneath there, and that proportions oil to the front and back of the ball rollers. I don't know what this is called. If you're taking it apart yourself, there's a couple pins you need to be aware of. You can just see them there on the left and right. And yeah, one of those was just laying in there, and the other one was installed where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to pull these two nozzles out. Let's call them nozzles, and give you an idea of what those look like on the inside. I have to take the camera with me. I'm wearing the lapel mic. I want to grab micrometers. I'll just grab my calibers because I want to measure. Here they are. I was measuring woodruff. 3/32, I think, thickness. Jean-Paul is going to send me some woodruff keys, so I was measuring those. I got a where's my little mark, my pen at? There it is. I was looked them up in McMaster Carr, and okay, so we're way off here. Let's get this thing zeroed out. Why is that off so much? That was off at 11 thousandths. Okay, so this is what I'm cleaning the nozzles out with, and that is 22 thousandths. So let me get my damn, I keep forgetting that I'm tethered to the camera. I need to get, I got a box. Every time I switch cars or sell a car, I pack everything from the glove boxes and up in a box, and you know, all the stuff in the trunk, and you know, I end up with a box that I very seldom revisit. Okay, I thought my line wrench was within reach. Yeah, line wrench. Am I gonna have to take you away again? Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna unhook the microphone here. I'm just gonna clip it to the front of the camera and find my line wrench. I have great hopes for this microphone working. Okay, we're going to reinstall the microphone, because so much of my audio is crap. So, sure, everybody knows what a line wrench is. I'm not going to get very much. I'm not going to get very good purchase on this. You know what? I could use a socket for these. So let's see what I got in a 3/8 socket. Okay, here's a little better picture. Let's see. There you go. There, you can't beat that. So there's what I just showed you. The flow is this direction. And there's the felt in there, the filter. And I'm going to put a little oil in here. I'm satisfied. And I'm going to attempt maybe I should degrease that a little bit before I try that. But I don't want to put any grease on it, and I was covering the wrong end anyway. I need to cover. No, that's right. I was covering the right end. Okay. Let's bring some light in here and see what that hole looks like before I go shoving anything in it. Okay, well, there is a stream of oil coming out of it, so I think it's safe to. Oh dear. Oh dear. And lots of ugly stuff coming out of there. Yes, we will we won't be putting anything back in that hole until this entire track gets cleaned out. Yeah, that's not very pretty, is it? Let's see what this one brings us here. Hopefully this one's cleaner. This one has some that's kind of, it wasn't suspended. It was, I had to dig it up out of the bottom. It was and this is the ones that were dry because the unit is not level. Oh dear. Yeah, I think this thing is gonna operate much better. I mean, it was getting oiled because I could see it on the ways, but man, it was an uphill battle. Okay, pretty, huh? Let me get these things all cleaned up, soaking, or put away, or get them out of the way for now anyway. Yeah, let's just dig this in there and see what we get. Yeah, I'm sorry you had to see that. Okay, well, that's why we're taking the thing apart. To correct issues like this. Is the wire going to get caught? Nope. And we got a special place for you right there. Okay. I really doubt if you want to see me cleaning all that stuff, but I'm not going to videotape it because it's just kind of cleaning stuff. Okay, I got this cleaned up. I got my hands cleaned up, and I've turned off all the noisemakers, such as the fan, so that we can listen to this. One thing I want to point out, though, before we start, and let's see if we can see it in camera. Okay, over here on the end, that's about as far as the camera wants to go. We got this little nylon plug. This one is working. This one is stuck down in there. So what we have here is a little spring, a little nylon plug. So we will be able to get those reinserted and get those working again. Okay, let me mount the camera back. And like I said, I haven't touched these yet with the stones. We're going to do it for the first time. Now, showing my ignorance again, I always assumed that the gray was the coarse on these, and that the oxide is the fine. And I think I'm correct there. But we're going to go over this with a coarse first. And I think first I want to go over just these top surfaces here. So that's pretty. Okay, that's pretty rough. I am bringing up some shine on the outside edges. It's not bad over here. And it's not bad on it. It's all right here. And that's probably where all the wear is at. Over here, the thing never travels back there, and that sounds great. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to go with the gray first. Actually, I think that sounds pretty darn good. I got my fingers here writing on this edge, not letting the stone bottom out. That sounds pretty good to me. Let's see if I can do this. So I would say the wear on these ways is minimal. You got a little bit of shine, mostly mostly in the neighborhood of these X's that someone ground in here to make an oil path. Okay, man, I still get this just raw physical sensation when I mean, you can see me here shaking my hand. This raw physical sensation when I mean, it's real. I mean, it's indescribable. Okay, let me take you off the stand here and show you how well. Let me find a flashlight. Oh, something's gonna fall. Quarters are kind of tight around here with all this machine stuff. If you notice, right here, let me find my finger. Okay, right here there is a channel, and then that channel runs down, and I think that's picking up any excess oil and running it down into this, to the table, to this flat surface here. ahead and clean this up a little bit too. Let me go grab that nut, show you. Yeah, you know what? I got the damn lead screw hooked up to it, but that's all right. So I'll easily be able to hook that oil line back up. And like I said, that just slides on there. We have some, I did a preliminary cleaning of the threads in there. And we'll do a better job of that once we get, you know, closer to reassembly. Okay, it is 3:20 a.m. I believe I stayed up till 7 in the morning last night, or this morning, and I think it was around 3:30 I told you I was going to bed. This is kind of a parts cleaner kind of thing. You put your solvent down there, and then you can dip your parts down in the solvent and then bring it back up. I am currently out of, I can still get a little CRC out of this can, just some dribbles. I am totally out of extreme purple power. I am pretty much out of WD-40. I do have MAP gas. As far as solvents, I have paint and varnish stripper, and I have 50-to-1 mix rocket fuel for your weed whacker and your chainsaw. And imagine buying your gasoline in a can like this. It's probably $30 a gallon. Okay. That's all we're going to do today. As soon as I turn the camera off, I will start attacking this. No, I'm going inside. I'm going to spend some time with my animals and get some sleep. It's amazing how easily I can lie. It is my intention. It is my intention to go in. You know what I'm going to do? I got some probably 1.5-inch diameter dowels, hardwood dowels, and I'm going to use them like people use steel pipe, and I'm going to get them up underneath the machine so I can push this machine, you know, back and forth in the garage and position it under the chain hoist. So when I'm, you know, installing the saddle and the table and all that, I might have a little more control. Oh, man. The guys on YouTube make this look so easy. I have a new respect for all those guys doing restorations. I need to get me a college boy to come in and work a few hours in the afternoon. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I think I'm going to make this tonight and publish this tonight. You know, one video a day, as long as it's not too long. So I better do like a closing remarks kind of thing then. Okay, if I go stand on the other side next to that guard. Okay, thanks for coming to part 11. Thanks for coming to part 11 of the, I don't even know what this thing's called. Cutter grinder, tool is in there. Okay, we got some stickers from Australia. Aaron Engineering. Very nice sticker there. These are obviously some Australian companies that he supports. And it's a good thing we got that shop lamp. And there's a nice one there. A picture on it. Yeah, the shop lamp. And I had a question or two about that. And that is, I showed the inside of it, and you see all that light in there. Let's turn it off. You see all that brass in there. Excuse me. So this is what I used. This is kind of speaks for itself. It's a string of brass wire with LEDs embedded in it. And I just have a bit of that crammed up inside there. And the wire comes out. Wire comes out to this unit here. It has 3 Duracells in it. So what people are doing with these is they shove a bunch of this into a mason jar and stick some potpourri in there or something. Anyway, we have a new sticker to put up. Enough. And does the shop winch have to come down? I believe the shop winch can stay. There, we're touching D. Gary Drafting and Design. We got Swan Valley. Okay, at the bottom of Hilltop. I think that's a good spot. So let me do a temporary I think that'll do fine. We're eventually going to have to move over here to the side. But that's fine. Somewhere. Cutter tool grinder. Now, also, I reached out to K.O. Lee, and I'm going to try to get a new bellows, which means I will have to learn how to take off all this shit from here up. So it probably won't be too hard. I'll probably take this off, slide this off. There's probably a nut to take this off, and then the whole bellow will come off. You know what? We're going to take that baby off. Probably episode 13 or 14, or maybe tomorrow morning. Thanks again, guys, and really thank you for all the advice and the comments and the support. Means a lot to me.